back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel.
We're saying it together.
Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna be really weird at this because this is the first video that we've done since the last one that you saw with us moving from Alaska to here. We've been here for almost a year now.
We need to explain all of that.
There's a lot to explain. A lot has happened. You're not very polished or put together or any of that, and so this is just us talking. We have zero plan for this video, but we figured it's been a year. For our own sakes, we just want to put another life stamp, time stamp out there of kind of where we're at, what's going on, with no plan whatsoever. So this is going to be an adventure.
When we first moved here, you guys know that we moved in with my family to get acclimated to the area, to find the perfect place we wanted to live, and so forth. So we ended up being here for 6 months, or with my parents for 6 months, and finally found the perfect place. It was such a beautiful home and just the absolute perfect place for us and our family.
Right after we signed the lease for our apartment, within 1 week, two things happened. We found out that we were pregnant, which is huge news because if you guys have been following us for any length of time, you would know that that's something we were struggling with for quite a while. And so we could not be more happy. We're very behind on videos and updating and talking about all that, but more to come on that later. But we're going to be parents and we're very, very, very excited. And the second thing is Mariah lost her job within 1 week of getting the apartment. Obviously that affected our finances quite a bit. So that kind of took our living situation and our whole plan and just threw it out the window.
Basically, my job let me go because of budget cuts, but the timing of it and things that, like bonuses that I was supposed to receive and just things were pretty sketchy. So I don't believe it was because of budget cuts, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. She would have, like, there'd be other coworkers that would get bonuses for the exact same things that she did in certain cases. And
that I was told I would bonus for.
That she was told she'd get bonuses for, and then suddenly, oh no, that's not what we meant. So then she didn't get paid the right things, and then what was it, like a month or less after they found out you were pregnant?
Yeah.
They had budget cuts, and she was the one that they chose to let go, even though.
And we've just been talking about maternity leave and what I do after the baby. Ridiculous.
Honestly, we probably had a pretty solid court case there if we kind of got on that in time. Just kind of were left to figure out what we were going to do after that. So
we stuck it out in the apartment for about 2 months after I lost my job, just hoping something would fall into place.
She was job searching all day, every day, trying to find jobs, which if anyone else is looking for jobs out there right now, it's not the easiest thing in the world. It's possible, but it's not the easiest thing in the world, and especially for somebody who was, how pregnant were you at that time?
I don't know.
Like 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
Probably like 4 or 5 months pregnant. I could probably do math, but I'm not going to do that. 4 or 5 months pregnant at that time, it's way harder to find a job. Because she was just starting to get to the point that it was pretty noticeable, and not all the outfits, there was like no outfits almost at that point that would be able to hide it. So she tried, she went to a few different places, got a few tours of places, had an in with a few people, and even with all that, nothing.
After 2 months, nothing was falling into place, and so Justin approached me with the idea of moving back in with my family. And I was completely taken aback with that question because I never envisioned us moving back in with my parents, and especially at, that season where we knew I was pregnant, we'd be having a baby, we, had a couple months left of it just being us, and now moving back in with my family, that would complicate things and just not at all be ideal. But
it's beyond not ideal. It's not a situation I think anyone wants, and lots of people I'm sure have their opinions about that sort of thing, but ultimately you just have to make the decision after praying about it and trying to do what's best for us and our family that we're trying to build here.
Ultimately, we landed on it was more important for us and our family and our situation for me to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of our little baby versus stay in the apartment, get a job, have less savings, and not be able to be at home with our baby. The sacrifice just didn't really seem worth it to us. So we figured that this was the best ultimate outcome for all of us, including our baby. So literally within 1 week, we decided that we were going to move back in with my family, tell the apartment we were moving out, figuring out that whole situation.
We had so much help from family and friends that just helped it all be able to happen. I mean, to go from unsure what to do, let's talk about it, to moving out and actually moved in within 1 week. Honestly, looking back, I'm not really sure how that all happened, but that was clearly blessed by God, and we had family and people backing us and supporting us. So
once we decided to move, it just made sense to make the process as simple and as short as possible because of all the extra money we'd be spending when we knew we were moving out anyways. Just didn't make sense to us. So to sum it all up, we're parents, I'm jobless, now gonna be a stay-at-home mom, and we live with my family.
Yeah. Hooray for us.
Coming up, we will be sharing videos finding out we're pregnant, talking about the different trimesters and how they've been, the logistics of living with our family, and all of that good stuff coming up.
We'll also probably be covering everything from our trip moving from Alaska to Michigan, how that went. There was a lot of details we weren't able to share in that. And so we'll probably go over that, cover kind of the differences between Alaska and Michigan, talk about, I don't know, so many things have changed. There's so many different things that we've experienced this last year and haven't made anything on it. So thank you so much for being here. Sorry for for missing like an entire year of posting. It's been a crazy time. I'm sure everyone out there has similar stories, but we're back.
We're gonna stay back.
We're gonna stay back. I don't know to what extent, if we've really fully nailed down like a posting schedule or anything, but more to come on that.
We don't really know what our life is gonna look like once we have this little bean, so
we're kind of picking a really bad time to do like
Truly.
a comeback video because our entire what we know to be somewhat of a schedule now, which is still not very consistent, is about to be completely blown to smithereens. So, which is gonna be fun and horrible and fun and exhausting.
But I'm a stay-at-home mom, so this is what I can do.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know.
Or
We'll just see the videos as they come out, you know, same thing. Thanks so much to everybody who's followed us to this point, and we appreciate you being here, and stay tuned for this, because we're still going. We've been closing down for like 5 minutes now. I feel like we've gotten worse
than our
over
first
time.
video.
Yeah, this is something.
If you haven't seen our moving series, be sure to click on that below.
Or above, somewhere on the screen here. Yeah. We'll probably just cover Mariah's and my face.
We are very active on Instagram nowadays, so be sure to follow us in there. I will have all of our socials linked down below. Be sure and like this video and subscribe if you aren't already.
I saw something like on the stats that like 0.1% or 1% of the people that actually watch our videos actually are subscribed. So for the rest of the 99-something% of you, if you could subscribe to the channel and follow us, we'd really, really appreciate it. It makes a big difference.
Bye!
See you next time.